By the way, just throwing this out there, we have not broken down BYU at all this year, at all, and I nobody else has either. Nobody's breaking down their games.
They're overrated. That's why I'm not breaking down BYU games.
Overrated or not, they're 9-0 and they're 9th in the country.
They also don't play anyone.
We cannot deserve to be the guys, by the way, that finally look at BYU at the Big 12 title game, or we look at them more religiously when they make a playoff. We can't do that. I'm not doing that. I'm not getting called with my pants down.
I'm paying attention to them, Blake, but again, they're all right. Look, we the basis of the show is previewing the biggest matchups that people are talking about. They have had a comically easy schedule, and I know that when they played SMU and they played them, no one knew that either of those teams were going to be good. And when they beat Kansas State, nobody knew that BYU was going to go on to be what they were. So we're not justified for not talking about them. I still think that this BYU team is going to crap their pants at some point, whether that's Arizona State or Kansas this upcoming week.
I'm not with you on the schedule thing. I mean, Colorado's playing the same exact schedule, damn near.
Colorado played Nebraska, which was a challenging game.
Okay, take that one out.
They played Kansas State, and we knew that was going to be a premier matchup.
Well, you know what the big one is here for BYU? You ready?
Uh-huh.
The only loss that SMU has is to BYU.
I know, but this is what I pointed out last week when we did our bracket breakdown, which we're going to do again tomorrow. They're propping each other up. They're keeping each other up on a single leg.
And
it
Joe,
just
right now,
baseless.
Right now, they have a win on the front runner in the ACC.
But again, how the ACC is not that strong, and again, SMU themselves have not really beat anybody.
Y'all wanted this playoff.
You beat an overrated Pitt team that lost to UVA. It really starts to crumble.
Who?
SMU did.
SMU has one loss, do they not?
Yeah, they beat a Pitt team that just lost to UVA.
Oh, okay. And their only loss is to the number 9 team in the country. I'm going to throw this back your way. You're saying all that. It's rich coming from a Notre Dame fan. It's very rich.
No. Because your
best one's A&M, and A&M is the 7th.
Louisville's also still ranked.
They're not the 7th team in the SEC, and they're not A&M. So you can't say that same thing about Notre Dame. And when I look at BYU and say, "Oh, their schedule's weak," so is Notre Dame's. Their only loss is to NIU, and I get that.
Both of us are smart enough to know that the talent level on Notre Dame's roster.
How do we know that?
Because I've watched the games. BYU's scraping out of these close games.
To my point, you know that because you're watching the game. So to my original point about BYU, if you're not watching the games, then you don't know. That needs to be its own segment in and of itself. Blake and Joe argue about playoffs.
BetOnline remains your top spot for all of your live betting action and contests. NFL, college football, UFC, NHL are all in full swing. BetOnline is your number one source for wagering news, odds, trends, and predictions with both desktop and mobile access at any time. Head to BetOnline today and use promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, for 50% off your first deposit. That is a 50% welcome bonus. BetOnline, where the game starts.